Yes, people, welcome back to Premzy TV, and it's another one. It's a preview for Arsenal versus Leeds, and we got my guy in the cut today, Billy. I know you've been fasting and you've been going through Ramadan. I hope all that went good for you. How's that been, first of all, my brother? Good to have you back.
Nah, it's good, man. It's tough 30 days, but you know what? It went by so fast, man. It's crazy, isn't it? How fast they
Yeah.
went.
No, I'm telling you, man, I take my hat off to you, bro, because it's hard work, man. If I
Things
don't
was all
eat for a
good, man.
little bit
How are
throughout the
you been
day.
anyway?
All right, man. Just trying to crack on. Obviously, I haven't managed to get to many games because obviously Deep's been on holiday for a bit. So obviously, man's just been
Nah, you
stuck
know
with
what?
the work for a bit. But it's all good, man. In certain aspects, I've been glad that I haven't gone to a lot of the games. To be fair, especially them 3 games where we
Yeah,
got
I get
pumped.
it gets like that one.
But yeah, man, just going into the
To be
Arsenal versus Leeds game, for me, it's a massive game, Billy.
yeah,
Obviously, I've not
and
heard
imagine the
your
three games you won:
yeah.
Chelsea, United.
Yeah, I've not heard your thoughts around the games yet or around
Imagine
Arsenal. I've
the
not spoke to you for a while. Tell me what you think. Where do you think we stand? Do you think top four's on the cards and we are definitely going to get it? And do you think that this Leeds
you
game
know
is
what
as important what everyone's making out to be?
the top four for me. I've always said it right now. How long is a piece of string? Do you know what I mean? That's where we are right now
Mm,
because we've seen in the month that's just gone how we've been up and down. We've played 3 games where we went in expected to win, but then we had 3 games where pressure was on us and
mm,
we just come in, done the job, got the points, and left. And I think that's where we are now as a club. When the pressure's on us, guys, we turn up, we perform. That's where, like Leeds game, I was saying to you earlier, Leeds game is where I've got my doubts. Leeds and Everton and Newcastle. Them three
mm,
games for me are where we could mess up our top four. Spurs,
mm,
I'm not worried about because when the pressure's on these guys, they turn up. It's no doubt. It's like the United game. A lot of fans were getting into my ear like Arsenal are not in form and they're not going to turn up. But then again, United were in the same kind of form. But because there was some sort of pressure on us, they turned up. Chelsea again, West Ham again. But Leeds in general are a tough team. I feel like under the new manager, March, they've improved.
mm,
They're playing together again. They're playing for the manager. Whereas before under Bielsa, they sort of just get up. They realised his way of play is not working. A bit like us under Emery, when the players realised this guy's tactics, ideas, they're not working. They just got fed up and just played for themselves. And I think now they got that unity again. They are a threat, and these teams that are fighting relegation are going to give us problems because they're the team that have got something to play for. If you're playing a
mm,
middle table team, the likes of your obviously your Newcastle who are there, they're not going to. They've got nothing to play for. Whereas teams like Leeds, for example, Everton, they're going down.
mm,
If they lose, they could get relegated next season. So for them, man, they got a point to prove. They got to prove that they're worth staying in the Premier League. So these are the type of
mm,
games I'm worried about. I feel like
mm,
where we're looking at top four for us, I think if we can go to Leeds on Sunday, get a win. If
mm,
Liverpool do a job on Spurs, which I know they were going to do anyway because they're going toe to toe with City for the league, and now they've only got the chance to win a quadruple, it's going to bring extra motivation to them, man, innit? So I think where we stand at the minute is going in. I think we've got to take each game as it comes.
mm,
We can't look at it as though we win Leeds and top four is done
mm.
because it's Arsenal. You never know what you're going to get in this day and age. So it's I think take each game as it comes. But at this moment in time, we are in a pretty strong position. We've got obviously a little gap on Spurs. Could potentially be 5 points come Sunday when we've won. So I mean, going into the North London derby with a 5 point gap, I think is ideal because I'm just hoping that they don't settle for a draw there. They don't go there, park the bus, put
Mm.
Rob Holding on, and go to three at the back. I just
Yeah.
hope he gives us a good game.
Do you know what, Billy? I think most of what you've said there, pretty much all of it, is pretty much of a level-headed um, opinion in the sense of the situation that we're in now, and I think it does make sense. Like, obviously, you know where I've stood for over not just this season but last season as well. But I have seen some signs of improvement, and I'm not going to lie. Like, I'm willing to put my hands up and accept if he gets this fourth spot to give him the opportunity to then go in and see what he can do moving forward. But like I said, is we have to see real progression. There's no point us then going into fourth, not getting the players and the experience that we need in the window, and then getting pumped up in the Champions League all the time. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's going to be very
I
key.
think
That the next summer window that comes, this summer window, sorry, that's coming. I think that's going to be very key to our following season. If we get fourth spot, if we don't get fourth spot, we fully fucked it, bro. Because the way I see it now, we've had ample opportunity to capitalise on really clinching this 4th spot, bro. Because if you think about it, we would have won 1-1 and drew one of them games, say against Palace or Brighton, yeah, that would have put us in a position go where we are right now comfortably. If Liverpool beat Spurs, which is obviously, it was not a massive if, because like you said, they're going for the quadruple. They're an informed team at the moment. You know, the tails are going to be up with City just getting knocked out of the Champions League as well yesterday. So they're going to feel like they're a bit invincible in a certain sense. So I could easily see Tottenham dropping points there, yeah, which is the most realistic thing that's going to happen. We could have put ourselves in a position going into the North London derby with 8 points ahead. So it is going to be down to the manager and the recruitment in January if we can't get over the line, because as fans, we've seen that finishing is a problem for us. The striking department that we've got, Eddie Nketiah, yeah, he's come in over the last couple of games and he's done a little bit okay, but he's still not good enough for Arsenal Football Club. But saying all of that, if he does get that 4th spot, bro, like I said, I think it's just fair to give him that crack in it, because I didn't expect us to get 4th.
What people don't realise is I was looking at the table the other day, and in terms of where we are now to where we've been, we've actually got 20 wins this season, 20 wins in the league. Now, you compare that to seasons before, I can't remember exactly how much points it were for Chelsea to seal top 4 last season, but we're not far off where they were now, where we are now, where they were last season. So in terms of the league's improving year on year, and that's why our league is the best league in the world. And if he can get top 4 this season, it gives him a caterpillar to build on. It gives him a platform, because then he's got no excuses. The players that he can bring in, there's Champions League appeal to him. So the likes of Arturo Martinez, players along that caliber, new sponsors, exactly. And Kroenkes have already backed him with money last season, 150 mil. We're one of the top spenders in the league. They give him that kind of money again. What's not to say they give him 200 million to spend in the summer? Now, for us, we're lucky in the sense that defensively, we're sound, because defence, I feel like, has been a big improvement for us, because as I said to you the other day, against West Ham, Arteta come on and said we won dirty. Now, in them kind of games, we wouldn't ever be able to win like that before. We'd go there, we'd shit at it the fan, we'd get under pressure, the fans would get on us, the players would get on us, and we'll just bow down and let them walk all over us. But now we know how to time waste, we know how to give tactical fouls away, and there's a little bit of the grittiness about the team, dirtiness, and I feel like that's what we've lacked. And I feel if he can get the players in to go alongside that, I feel like next season there could be a push there. I mean, let's face it, Chelsea, we don't know what's going on.
Just to ask you though, Billy, sorry to
rumours someone's buying the club, and then all of a sudden Abramovich wants his money back. The 1.5 billion is owed. So,
sorry, one sec. Mike's on a fuckery. Do apologise. Sorry, basically, what I was saying, Billy, is just to what you were saying. Do you not feel though that with him only having one game a season, one game a week this season, really, in a sense, we not knocked out the Carabao Cup, knocked out the FA Cup, we pretty much had to just deal with that one game. Do you feel like with this defense, like I know you say the defense is improved, but I'd be honest, unless the main 4 defenders are in, Tierney, Tommy, Ben White and Gabriel, if they're all 4 not in, then I'm not as confident. You get me? Then the defense is just looking where you can get out. Because in the last couple of games, we have rolled our luck, you know. We have rolled our luck. It's not all been plain sailing. Like United, we rolled our luck. And let me tell you now, bro, against better teams, especially in the Champions League, if we can't be able to cope and deal with playing 2 games a week at high intensity, we're going to end up getting turned over, my brother. So hopefully,
but the thing is like looking at the links that we're having right now for the transfer window, they're looking good. You've got Gabriel Jesus, who we're looking to get, versatile player, can come in and play anywhere across the front 3. That's the kind of signing we need. Then over there we got linked to some Bologna left back, Scottish lad. And apparently he's 2-foot player, so he can play anywhere on the left or the right. Now, they're the kind of signings you want to see us to get. Do you know what I mean? And I think with him getting top 4, Arteta's not stupid. He knows you need to have a big squad. But the base of our squad, I feel like where we need to be looking at now is the attack and the midfield. We could do with another midfielder coming in that can just fit in. Partey, we know he's not going to last the full season alongside Tierney. So they're 2 players that we should be looking to to bring a quality replacement in. It's all good and well bringing in players to fill the gap, the likes of Elneny, but you need to have someone of quality. Someone who's going to be happy to sit on the bench, but when it's needed, it can come in and do a job. But
Be a proper team player
that are of good quality. So people like Bissouma at Brighton, who he will just be happy to be at Arsenal. Do you know what I mean? But when he's needed, proper team player. But when he's needed, he can just come on like Elneny. You need someone like Elneny's kind of attitude, but who's got quality about him, who would still walk into any side's top four. Because you look at the likes of City, Liverpool. If any of their players drop out, like Liverpool last season without Van Dijk, they had quality in there to replace him. That's why they did what they did last season. You look at City missed De Bruyne, and Gundogan stepped up to the plate last season and were banging them in left, right, centre. And even like now, their front three, you can switch that front three, but they'll still bring you out results. So we need that kind of quality, but that's not going to happen overnight.
Yeah, I hear that. I do hear
200, 150 million to buy. I feel like we just need two big names in our team, two big names that we sign. And
I think we need a lot more than that, bro, Billy, man. Trust me. We're a lot
of players out on loan as well.
We're a lot further away than we think, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like after a couple of these wins,
obviously we're going a bit off track here.
Can you? So basically, what I'm saying now, sorry, I don't know, because I know your internet's a little bit distorted. Obviously, I don't know whether you can hear me on key or not. But basically, what I'm saying 100%, is,
I mean, we've met it, and we've met an easy.
Sorry, I can see the delay, bro. It's cool. We'll just work with it. But yeah, basically, what I was saying is we're a lot further than what we think, and if we don't get the financial backing, if we do get Champions League football, can you not hear me? Can you hear me now? Oh, right. We just lost Billy for a second. Let me just remove him from the stream, people, and then I'll get him back in. I'll just have a look at some of these comments as well. So I had to say, United be above us next year, boys. Don't know about that one. I think Ten Hag's got to come in and see what's happening. Let's see if we could get Billy back in. Are we back in, Billy?
Is that better now? Yeah.
Yeah, it's better. It's just the connection, bro. It's just a little bit in and out, so end up speaking over each other. Yeah, man, that's a little bit better. That's much better. Go on. So say what you were saying then before you just started.
So I was saying we've obviously made an easy job hard in a way where we could have clinched it, but I feel like that's the Arsenal way, innit? You know what I mean? They make an easy job look hard, and I feel like with the squad, there is chance there to improve it, but Arteta's done a thing where he's not getting dead players, and I think we've got to salute him for that. He wants players in there that will come in and they'll do a job.
Now I hear that, Joe. Listen, don't mix your Maggies. You just drink it straight, fam. Get me? No mixing needed. Get me? But now I hear what you're saying, bro. But let's just diving into this Leeds game. Look, this is going to be a vital game for Leeds. Look, they're just sitting above relegation. They got Everton and Burnley in and around them. That Burnley know how to survive. They've dug it in the league for years. Everton, as much as it might sound crazy because they're in a really bad position, I can see them with that result that they got against Chelsea, giving them a lift and getting them out of that relegation zone. Because I'll be honest with you, I don't know what will happen at Everton. There'll be a riot in Liverpool if their man get relegated, bro. It's going to be mad, bro. I'm telling you. So you got to think in it, like Leeds, they're going to come to the Emirates, and they're going to play with heart. They're going to play with intensity. They're always closing down. They're fit as a fiddle. And I have a feeling Bukayo Saka might be sitting on the bench for this game. I have a feeling that he might come on second half due to the knock that he had. I believe Tomiyasu as well. Partey's out for the season. We're hearing Tomiyasu's might be a doubt. Ben White's a doubt. Obviously, I don't think he'll be involved at all as well. So we have got a few players out. I feel like they're probably just going to keep the same kind of team that we did last game, barring Saka. As he froze again here, Billy needs to go and sort his internet connections out. I don't know what's going on there, people, but let me remove him from the stream for a sec. But yeah, people, as I was just saying then, I feel like this ain't going to be a game that we could take lightly. And as Noah put in the comments here before as well, that Leeds are still tough. I agree. I think Marsh, that's come in. I feel like he's kind of solidified the defending in a certain sense, where they're not leaking so many goals and stuff like that. Are you back now, Billy? They're not leaking so many goals.
Yeah, hopefully.
But it's a minor, bro. Obviously, you know, it's been a while since you've been on stream, and it's been a bit out of practice, but it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, man, I was just saying to the people then, I feel like Jesse Marsh that's come into Leeds, I think he's like plugged in the defence in a certain sense where they're not leaking so many goals. They're learning how
what
to
we need to
manage the
realise,
game a little bit better.
what we need to realise with Leeds as well is they're missing a lot of key players. There's Bamford that's been missing. Calvin Phillips is a big miss for them. And for him to come in and do what he's done, it's still good, you know what I mean? And Leeds are one of them clubs. They're a very good team, and I feel like how it will work. I think against Leeds, it's going to be a tough game, but I feel like at the Emirates, if the fans can get behind the team, even the Everton game, if the fans can get behind the team, they realise there's top four there. I feel like the team will pull out a result. The only game I'm worried about is the Newcastle game, really, because they've been playing well, and I'm sure pretty much at St James Park.
No, I do hear that.
I'm worried about.
I do hear that. I just want to answer Sonic's
like
question here.
Because top.
Can you hear me? So how do you think that you guys will do next season with Champions League and a tougher fixtures? I was just touching on that before, Billy, and I don't think we will do great if the right backing's not put into place. And when I say backing, I mean smart transfers with a mixture of the development of what's going on right now with the youth, but also some experience. And I'm not talking about experience that 37 years old that needs to just a retirement home. I'm talking about someone of like 28 that can do another 2-3 seasons in at good high level, someone like that. So if we get that in, Sonic, people, I think we'll be all right. It just depends on the squad depth.
The thing is I think with the depth, the free transfer market is going to be very handy for us, because there's going to be players out of contract who we can snap up for a year or two, and they can come in and they can fill them gaps. Obviously, when you get deeper into these competitions, you're going to have to start putting your best teams out. It's a natural fact, isn't it? And I feel like during these competitions, we have got youngsters there that could come through the academy and play and do a job. If we sign a couple smart signings, and I feel like this is where Arteta is going to get judged on. I mean, top four, if he gets it, all good and well. But if he goes in summer, expects to what he done in January and get away with it,
it's not going to happen.
He's asking for his head on a plate.
It's not going to happen, bro. Because like you got to think, like the line's thin with Arteta as well. Like, see with me, like I'm a man that doesn't really believe that he's going to win us the Premier League or the Champions League. But I've just come to kind of realize that every fan kind of loves him. The club's not going to get rid of him. And if he does get us Champions League football, something that we've not been in for nearly 5-6 seasons,
they can't get rid of him.
That is a progressive step. You get me? And that is a progressive step moving forward. But if he fucks it up next season, if he gets Champions League, bro, and he fucks it up, bro, like these clubs got to really look at themselves. I think, right, look, bring in a Mancini, somebody of experience who can then build on what is here now, build on the crop of players that are here. And you never know, well, probably more than likely, they probably are a better man manager as well, because of the level of experience that they've got as well. So you never know, they could bring the best out of the players more than what Arteta can, in a sense, as well. So you can't just always look at the negatives, in a sense that if he doesn't get top four, we can sack him and then, everyone's upset. Bring someone in, build on that. Do you know what I mean? Look at Man City. Over the years of managers coming in, they just improve their managers gradually. And even their managers like a Mancini, Pellegrini, they still won titles. Mark Hughes was quite close. So it is a bit of a stepping stone. And I just feel like we really need to win this Leeds game, Billy, because then it will put us on the ascendancy. That'll be 4 games on the bounce, and the players will believe it. And when you start believing it, bro, it'll start actually happening, bro. Just a bit like the law of attraction. You get me?
As I said, it comes down to taking each game as it comes. I feel like we can't overlook one game and look to the next. We need to get the result on the next game, and then the next game. We need to treat these last few games as a cup final. That's what we need to do. Because every game is going to be vital. Now, Spurs' goal difference, I don't see us catching that with the quality up front we've got, but we need to make sure when they slip up against Liverpool, we need to be there to capitalise. And that's why we need to take every game as it comes, and it starts by this Leeds game. Now, forget what's happened in the past month, the 3 big wins we've had, nice for us fans, but the 3 games before that, you get me, we can look at it like that. We won 3, lost 3. The 3 we lost, we should have never lost. And these next few games we've got, the last couple of games, we're going to be sitting here against Everton, could be doing a preview for that game, and we could either be over the moon that we've got a Champions League, or it could come down to that game, how we do in that game. And I think that's where, like, now as a fan, we need to come to some sort of reality, because at the end of the day, they've made a tough job. They made
I
an
hear
easy
you,
job
Billy.
tough.
Oh shit, my signal's a bit fucked. No, I hear what you're saying, bro. Like, I do hear you, get me, bro. But I wouldn't be over the moon getting fourth. I'll be happy getting fourth because that's where we
No,
should
I
be.
think what it is
But
for
over
us
the
is
moon's a bit too much, bro. We as
yeah,
fans as well, we got to look back and think, just us being in fourth spot. I know competition around us got better, but we've been 20 years advanced from most of these clubs, barring like a United and a Chelsea and a City that have come in with money. We've had the foundations to go out there and buy top quality players. But because we've been tight and cheapskates, bro, even the money Arteta spent in this summer gone, bro, that hasn't even tickled the sides, bro, of what we need to really develop and build that proper squad. Does that make sense? Because we've just made so many transfer mistakes over the years, bro. It's a fuckery. Absolute fuckery. Let me just answer this question, Billy.
but
That's
where,
question, thoughts on Arsenal getting bare batterings. How does that make you feel? I tell you now, Noah, yeah, I don't like it if we lose 1-0 or we lose 5-0. Sometimes I can't even be asked doing a reaction, to be honest with you, because that's how I feel. You get me, man. Generally invested in my team. And when we win, I'm happy. When we lose, devastated. Obviously, football's an emotion, like an emotional game, innit? And if you don't feel them emotions, then I don't know if I'm supporting the wrong team. Go on, Bill.
So yeah, now I was saying, obviously, I think the signs are encouraging because the money is getting chucked in. We finished 8th, but they're still getting a big kick to spend. And I feel like where we got to look for signs of encouragement is the fact that we didn't spend in January. There's money there. We've saved. We can put towards a summer pot. And then if we get Champions League, there's extra money being given to us to improve the team. So I feel like money's going to get thrown into the team. Now it just comes down to the right signings. There's no good signing the Lichtsteiners and players like that we did a couple of seasons ago. We've got to actually go in and sign these quality signings. It's like Luis Diaz for Liverpool. Do you know what I mean? He come in out of nowhere. We're playing in the Portuguese league, and they've come in, they've got him, and he fits like a glove in a sock. Do you know what I mean? He fits like a sock in that team. He can take Salah out, put Diaz in. He can take Mane out, put Diaz in. Jota out, put Diaz in, and that front three will still click. That's the kind of players we need. Now, Gabriel Jesus, for us, it'd be a quality signing. As I've already mentioned, he gives us that versatility, but he can play anywhere across that front three, and he's a hard worker. I feel like they're the kind of signings that we need. Man U have messed up where they've gone for big names, big players, and they've not really performed because they've got an ego about them. We don't need players like that at our club because at the end of the day, it's just gonna put us deeper into shit. When shit hits the fan, then players are gonna be the first to run. They want to be leaving. And I feel like that's where Arteta now, it's important he gets the summer right. But I think the summer window would only go get right if we get the top 4, because then the level of players that we can go out and buy is going to be a lot different. Like last season, we had to buy the likes of Ramsdale, Ben White, because we had no appeal to them players. We were in 8th, no European football. And them players, obviously, they just looked at the history of Arsenal and decided, yeah, I'll go there. But if we've got the Champions League there to play for, which is what a lot of majority of these players now want to play in, we've got that there next season, and we've got money to give them. Who's to say that people like Lautaro Martinez is going to turn us down? He can't. You know what I mean? And they're the kind of players that we need to be getting. Yeah, they're going to cost 70, 80 million each. But this is where the owners have got to grow some balls, you can say, put their hand in their pockets and stop splashing. And
No,
show us fans
most
that, you know
definitely,
what,
bro.
we're in business.
These need to put fucking hands in both front pockets, back pockets, side pockets, inside pockets, bro. They need to empty all their fucking pockets, yeah, and get us to where we need to go, bro. Because I'm telling you now, yeah, these men are being a joke,
definitely.
and that's the root of our problem. The problem is with Arsenal, bro. I've said it quite a bit, bro. Our problem is that we need a manager that is just going to win everything, buy the best players, scout. Basically, we need a manager to run our whole football club, just like Wenger did. That's where these men are stuck in the sense. And I think the transition of bringing in Sanelli, bringing in Vinay, all of these Eddie, man, it's just trial and error in certain sense. And I think we really need to capitalize, because if we do go and beat Leeds, you got to think, yeah, Chelsea are playing Wolves. Wolves ain't a pushover of a team. There's a good chance Wolves could go to Chelsea and get 3 points. If they did that, Spurs lost and we won, we're level on points with Chelsea, and we're with 5 points clear from Tottenham, which would put us in a real good position. And then not only just put us in a position, it puts Chelsea on the back foot as well, puts pressure on them as well. Do you know what I mean? And then if they slip up, you never know what can happen. You know what I mean? We get third spot. It's a bit of a mad thing. We don't even have to play qualifying games for Champions League. That's where my head's. I'm just trying to put it out there in the universe. You get me? So it happens, Billy.
I think with Chelsea, I feel like their club is in a bit of a mess at the moment. Them going to Wolves and slipping up is looking more and more likely as time goes on. Because as I mentioned to you before, Stream Austria, they're having a problem with their owner. Abramovich has come out now and said 2.5 billion gets you the club, but I'm owed 1.5 billion. I want that back. Now the owners have heard that and they're sort of easing off. They're thinking, you know what, no. And then Chelsea's license, they've got special license, expires at the end of this month. So whether they're going to get granted another license or not depends. And if they don't get granted another license, the football club has to cease operations, meaning it's shut down. Chelsea Football Club is no longer. Yeah, that means Chelsea Football Club is no longer going to cease to exist. You know what I mean? So it's all a bit of a mad thing at the moment.
They're a big club, though, like in a sense, bro. I think it will end up getting sorted out. You got to think about it, bro. That'll be turmoil, bro.
If they will get sorted. But imagine if you're a billionaire there, sat there, you own a football club like Chelsea, and you're taking £3.5 billion loss on the club. You know what I mean? Would you rather lose that club and let someone else gain from it, or would you rather lose that money and no one else gets the benefit from it? You know what I mean? That's where you got to think. Where's Abramovich has said that, and I feel like if they don't get that license, I read somewhere when it first kicked off with Chelsea that they get deducted 9 points. If they have to go into administration, they get a 9-point deduction. So imagine if they get 9 points dropped off them, then all of a sudden we're third place, Spurs are fourth place, and United are going to be playing with their tails up because there's an extra spot for them to grab. So it's, I think the league is a bit of a mad thing. The last 3 days, 3 games, 4, whatever, however many teams have got left, I think is going to be entertaining. It's going to be fun to watch. It's going to be one of them where, like, I feel like all them seasons ago when United and City were going at it for the league and Aguero got that goal against QPR, I feel like this season, the end of this season, is going to be a lot better than that one, because not only have we got teams fighting for relegation, we've got teams fighting for top 4, and then we've got Liverpool and City going at it toe-to-toe for the league. So the climax of this season is going to be good. But where it concerns Arsenal, Leeds, I think what we need to do is we need to get the result, and then we can start looking forward. When it concerns summer, I think we need to just get this 4th spot secure. Then the market we can shop in is a lot better than a normal market as a normal year. And then we judge him on his transfer actions. If we get players in that make the fans excited, we can't blame him. Do you know what I mean?
No, it definitely, Billy. I hear what you're saying.
We've got to take this game by the scruff of the neck.
Yeah. Just want to just answer this question for Kago. Says Prem's got a question. If we make it to the European Champions League, where realistically do you think? Well, I think it says where do you think we'll be in the group stages? Or do you reckon we'll get further than the round of 16? And to be honest with you, it's a bit hard to say in hindsight, because if you look last year when Chelsea won, like, they weren't the best team in the Premier League by far. They weren't probably the best team in the Champions League, but they managed to get over the line. I feel like the recruitment's going to be massive, bro. If we don't get the right recruitment, bro, we ain't even going to get out the Champions League group stages, because you got to remember, we ain't been in it for so long. We're going to end up going into a tough group. It's not going to be plain sailing where we're going to be seeded right at the top. So I just think that it's all dependent on the signings we get, and that is depending on if we even qualify for Champions League, bro. So it's still all in hindsight. We still just got to get that 4th spot. It's step by step, basically. We've got to take it there. But people, we're going to be ending the stream soon. Just before we do, Billy, give me your lineup and your prediction. Can you hear me?
Prediction for the game?
Yeah, give me your lineup and your prediction.
It's breaking. Yeah. What you saying? Prediction for the game on the Sunday?
Yeah, and your lineup.
I think it depends if Saka's fit, if Tomiyasu's fit. But I think we're going to go Ramsdale in there, centre-back Gabriel and Rob Holding. He's not going to risk Ben White with a North London derby coming. Left-back Tavares, nailed in since Tierney's out. Right-back, I think Cedric will be in. Tomiyasu, again, he's not going to want to risk. Centre-mid, Elneny, Xhaka. There's no point changing that. And then Cam, Odegaard, left-mid, Smith-Rowe, right-mid, Pepe or Martinelli, depending on Saka. If Saka's fit, Saka will be there. And then up front, it's going to be Nketiah. My prediction, I think we'll go and get the result. I think we'll win 3-1.
3-1. Well, I hope you're fucking right, bro.
What about yours?
We need to be packing them in. To be honest with you, I think it's going to be harder than what we think. I think it's going to be a 1-0 to the Arsenal, bro. And I think that's just how it might pan out. I think we've had, you know, gone on the back of 3 good results now. It's due in our makeup to have a little bit of a. Can you hear me? Can you hear me there, Billy? Oh, right, Billy, I think your stream's on a bit of a mad thing, but yeah, can you hear me now? Right, people, I'm gonna have to move Billy out of the stream. Obviously, his internet connection's a little bit mad at the moment. Obviously, he's on the top floor. But yeah, people, I'm gonna leave you there. Make sure you like, subscribe, support a brother. Obviously, I'm still trying to grow the channel. Slow and steady wins the race. But make sure that you support him, man. And peace out and love, people.